You're listening to DraftKings Network.
I feel like with all this Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce stuff, we've been hearing a lot from Donna Kelce. You know, she's been next to Taylor. Mm-hmm. We've gotten to see what she's felt, but no one's really heard from Ed Kelce, the father. But he's come out with some quotes, and I think they are actually kind of revealing.
You do, huh?
He's talking about his first impressions, and this is a quote. He goes, "I tell you something very special that I noticed about Taylor the first time I met her. We're sitting in the suite. She gets up in front of the room. She gets up to get a drink or something, and she starts picking up empty bottles, cans, plates that are scattered around. Because in the suite, everyone just leaves stuff everywhere.
Right.
And I thought that was very encouraging and very polite. And it's just like, that's a great move by Taylor.
It is.
Of being in the
But
suite.
she didn't mean it.
Because you know she is just
She's never done that before.
But you know she is used to probably having a lot handled for her. But that's not, when you're dating someone, when you're around, when you're in a couple and you're around the other parents, you have to Billy, you do have to kind of put on a show sometimes.
You do, right.
And it's not that it's insincere, it's just making an effort to be normal.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend, I flipped on this.
Why?
I feel like they're in love.
It's real now.
I feel like it's real.
Well,
I feel like they're in love.
They had dinner at a steakhouse in Kansas City on a non-game day. Like, that's how I know it's real. She's not just there on Sundays. Like, middle of the week. Dinner, steakhouse, Kansas City. That's real. I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also feel like Taylor doesn't have to impress his parents. Who cares?
No, but what she's doing there is, hey, I know I'm this big celebrity, but I was brought up correctly. I am grounded. I do the little things. I have not forgotten who I am and where I'm from. That's what she's telling you.
I would just nice and considerate.
But
though.
I would assume that someone as big as Taylor could forget about the just normal mechanics of a relationship. About, I'm around my boyfriend or girlfriend's parents, so I just want to go a little above and beyond to let them know that I don't know. I took that as
I'm normal.
I was impressed, and I didn't think she was doing a thing. I was just like, this is good. This makes me happier about this relationship. Knowing that she's doing it makes me feel.
You were upset about it before that?
It makes me believe it more.
But
if she's just using this as a PR stunt,
what if she's
not
just
doing
a considerate person that picks up after people make a mess?
There's a difference between picking up after yourself and being that person that's going to go around and pick up. Dude, Billy.
Plates that are left around? How hard is that?
I didn't see you doing that when we went to the Marlins
That's
game.
what I'm saying, dude. Like,
That's not true.
You did not do that when we went to the Marlins
I threw away
game.
all of my stuff. I threw away
Your stuff, but not Chris Cody's stuff, not my
It's
stuff,
an
not everybody's
effort.
stuff.
It's just an effort that I appreciate from her because she doesn't have to do that. She's Taylor bleeping Swift.
When did Chris stop doing the little things in his relationship with his in-laws watching?
Great question.
Like the first time he started dating his wife, he's like, you know, hey, let me pick up. Hey, old man, let me help you with the grill or whatever you do.
Did you ask your father-in-law?
For permission to
yes,
oh, I did. I was a nervous wreck.
I did do that. And at our wedding, in his speech, he acknowledged it and said, while it was unnecessary, it was very much appreciated.
So when did you give up? To Tony's question.
Right after I do?
Yeah, I would say once we're married for a year or so.
A year?
So you were doing that for the whole time that you would go over and pick up people's things and help them out wash dishes?
So you guys had me doing that Taylor Swift move of being like super clean guy.
Yeah, for like 8 months.
You just said that you did that for a year into your marriage.
I was saying, he just said, when did you, what was it, give up? Or what was it?
When did you give up doing that?
It's a broad question.
You stopped doing the little things to impress your in-laws.
See,
quickly.
That's what we're asking. Yeah.
I never really did the impress, like.
How long did you guys
never
stay?
really impressed them.
No, I never was in a setting like.
That's not nice.
Being like in one
He
of
hasn't arrived there yet.
No, being in one of the first dates, like we never were at a first date or one of our first dates where we're with her parents. Like, you know what I mean? It's different when you're.
But you met the parents at some point, and then you had to be the guy to like pick stuff up.
I never was the guy that was like, hey, let me pick up all these plates from the dinner table. Like I take my plate to the sink because obviously I don't want them to think that. You know, but.
And your wife's, right?
Yeah.
Do you call your mother-in-law mom? I feel like the move is when you're dating, right? You just be like, Mom, let me get that one.
I don't
really agree when you get her plate.
I don't think I call her anything.
You don't call her. So
what do you mean?
I was joking before.
How do you address
have you met
her?
them?
No, her
What's
dad.
her name?
Her dad, I call by name. I do know her name, but I don't call her Linda. I don't say,
not
hey,
convincing
Linda.
us that you know your mother-in-law's name.
What do you say to her?
Name.
I say, hey, how's it going?
Right. What's her name though?
It's Linda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't call her mom.
Right.
I don't say, hey, Linda. I guess I would call her Linda if I needed to get her attention, but
right.
My
mother-in-law's name is Bonnie.
So
I call her
every
Bonnie.
time you guys do this thing where you make it seem like I'm saying something crazy. There are a lot of people in your life that you don't say their names a ton. You're just like, hey, how's it going? Like, I'm not often like, hey, Tony.
Right.
Hey, Lewis. Hey, Stugotz. Like, there's some people you just interact with, and you might not say their name a lot.
We're your friends and coworkers.
You're just asking questions.
Right. She's your mother-in-law.
What's happening here?
What do you mean? You guys are
very defensive.
You guys just said you accused me of not knowing my in-law.
No, we asked.
You proved us wrong.
Sure. All right.
Well, we think. We're not sure.
Linda.
Look, in my defense, I don't know his mother-in-law's name, so it might be Linda, it may not be. Oh, look, there's a good disclaimer. Chris Cody's actually a good son-in-law.
Oh, wow.
That's a good one.
So you call your mother-in-law mom?
No.
Okay.
No.
What do you call?
But he would.
I call her Bonnie. That's her name.
Okay, but do you walk in a line and go, hey, Bon?
Bon.
No, you don't end up saying the name.
Sometimes.
You go, hey. You just end up saying hi. You don't end up saying names a lot because you're with them.
I would say that's a name I consistently say when I'm saying hello to her.
You use names more when you're talking about people.
Bonnie's fun to say, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Fun
Love
name.
a Bonnie.
I have
Hey,
an Aunt
Bon.
I have an Aunt
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Do you?
Do you?
You guys knew that.
She's the
Come
one
on.
that brings the ham.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Aunt
Aunt
Bon.
Bonnie. She's a villain
Yeah.
in the family.
Yeah.
To Greg, anyways.
She'll bring an
Unsanctioned ham.
Yes.
Yeah.
She'll bring shit.
There you go.
What happened there?
I was trying to find the word.
Unsanctioned.
for
Yeah. You flustered him, Stugotz.
No.
Yeah.
I just asked.
Well, you accused him of logging his daughter in a car yesterday.
No,
so
that's not what I did. What are you talking about?
I'm just...
I know how it works around here. I say things and everyone just jumps
Everybody
down
jumps
my
on
back.
your
No,
thing.
I get it.
Yeah, well, that's your
how it works.
fault.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
fine.
I feel like Tony
I think it is,
calls
actually.
his mother, like, has a nickname for his mother-in-law.
He does.
Her name is Christina. I call her Christy. I call her Chris. I call her Mom on occasions.
There you go.
Mommy,
I'm a
really?
family guy.
Yeah,
though,
he's a
you know?
family guy.
He is. Roy?
What? Her name?
Yep.
Roselle.
Okay.
Roselle, yeah.
All right.
But do you walk in and go, hello, Roselle?
No, I don't say
No, he says greetings.
He said he doesn't say
Roy
anything.
does not say a word. Like, when he says he doesn't say anything,
When he leaves, he
He's
just
silent.
Says, when he leaves, he says, Roselle, blow it out your ass every time he leaves the house.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to say
Your
to my
mama.
daughter's grandmother.
your mama-in-law.
Anid goes in like, who are you talking to? And he goes, your mama. Right, Roy?
It's your daddy, boy.
What?
That's something that Craig Cody said to Chris Cody on a recent episode of Mystery Crate. Sorry.
The crate.
I just had a bit of...
On the crate?
When I called him Kyle,
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, it's your daddy.
Lucy, have you been to Jacksonville before? Because
No, you fat daddy.
you're headed up there this weekend. Have you been there before?
I went once. Iowa played in the Tax Slayer Bowl there.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was
Did
like,
you cry?
No, we lost by, I believe, 30 to Tennessee. I haven't been able to listen to Rocky Top since. Like, this is the first year I can listen to it. I wasn't a big fan of Jacksonville. I thought it smelled kind of weird. I didn't spend a lot of time there. So hopefully this time is better.
I felt like you guys were unfair to Jacksonville yesterday.
Why?
It was just a consensus that it smells.
It smelled, though. When I was
Tony's been there
it
most
definitely
recently.
smelled.
Did it smell?
I have. No, it was great.
Well, it's cold.
I actually like the
freezing.
vibe. Jacksonville's got a vibe to it. It's kind of like a
70.
beach town. I don't
degrees.
dislike Jacksonville.
I don't think Jacksonville has a vibe to it, does it?
It's more of like a beach town. Like there's it's
a
not
big
as
golf
bad.
town
I
as
don't
well.
think I think it gets a bad rap.
Seems like a
just a
circus
big
town to
town.
me.
yeah.
Like the P.T. Barnum and Bailey people stop and they're like, hey, couple nights in Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're right at
dominating.
home. Mm-hmm.
But Lucy, this is not one because when you walk into college football games, and especially venues you haven't been to before, you cry. You will weep. This is not one of those places, right?
I don't think that Jacksonville will make me cry, but I think depending on like how people are into the game, and I really hope it's close, I think this could make me cry. I think if Florida was better for sure, but there's definitely tier potential here.
Right. Does Florida have a chance?
I won't say they don't have a chance. Graham Merce has actually been surprisingly great this year. Wisconsin kind of ruined him, and he's been phenomenal this season. I still think Georgia is light years better. They're way more talented, but you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Why'd they change the name from the world's largest cocktail party?
DUIs?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's something related to that, but everyone still calls it that, so.
Okay.
What else are you looking forward to this weekend, college football related?
It's actually kind of a bummer weekend. Oregon, Utah should be really, really good. Duke, Louisville should be pretty solid. This is like a heavy bye week for a lot of teams.
It's a bad weekend, yeah.
Yeah, but what's nice is this is the last bad weekend until the week before the season ends, where every SEC team plays like Western Carolina on the same week. So it's going to go from, okay, yeah, we only have Oregon, Utah, Georgia, Florida, to LSU, Alabama next week, Notre Dame, Clemson, Iowa, Northwestern.
Yes. Oh, God.
Next week's going to be so good.
Right. I have to go to that game
I know you do.
with your dad.
You'll have so much fun.
Will I?
I hope so.
I won't.
Why not?
I mean, Billy, I'm going to Iowa and Northwestern. Your quarterback's coming back for another year. Is that a good thing?
I saw it, and I knew he was going to come back. It's whatever. He was a lot better than what we previously had, but even with him, Iowa was pacing to be just as bad as last season. So, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. But better than Deacon Hill.
I feel like you should have went to the Oregon-Utah game.
Well, we already got
The
the
fans
tickets.
voted those.
Yeah,
two.
I
I let the
know.
fans decide.
It's unfair.
It's over,
Anti-democracy.
I gave the people what they wanted.
No, I mean, but Lucy wants to go to that game.
I want to go to both games.
Right.
I think the atmosphere will be better at Georgia, Florida, just in sense of like tailgating, and that's kind of what the whole series is about. But the game will be better for Oregon, Utah for sure.
Lucy, do you have an explanation for what I saw on the Rice sidelines? They're going to show it right here. It was just some guy, and this is a job that I would want at a college football program. He's just handing out gummy worms. And he's just walking around the sideline, a little sugar rush for everybody.
The glove is great.
Is there an explanation for this, or do you know of this guy?
I don't know of him, but I know a lot of teams have, like, the food guy. Like when LSU had to play a really cold game in Arkansas, I believe, like 2 years ago, they had like a bone broth guy.
Bone broth.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got the glasses on. He's just a vibe. The black glove. Because of course we don't want to get too many germs.
Yeah, but why are we feeding the kids gummy worms in the middle of a football game?
I imagine sugar is
sugar
good
rush
for them.
Really?
Yeah,
it must be.
guess.
What's the other explanation?
Rice is.
I have no
Rice
idea.
Is very good, so I don't think it's making much of a difference.
Maybe this guy just is hanging and eats this stuff, and everyone's like, "Let me get one." So he's just like, "All right, fine, I'll share." I mean, I brought this for myself.
You don't have him working for the team. He just found his way to the sideline with a bag of gummies.
He works for the team, but he just happens to be eating gummies, and he's getting that thing where it's like, "Let me get one."
Gummy worms are the best of the gummy products, right? Better than gummy bears, better than gummy anything is gummy worms.
Gummy bears are pretty bad. I don't like gummy bears.
You know?
Bad?
How about
Yeah.
sour gummy bears? They're good.
Sour gummy
good.
bears.
Oh, they're
Do
fantastic.
Sour Patch Kids count in this? Because I love a Sour
Yeah,
Patch
those-
Kid.
It
They're
is a
more
gummy.
like Swedish
Watermelon?
fish.
I go
though.
Sour Patch
I
Kids
hate
before
Swedish
gummy.
I don't like
worm.
Swedish.
I
Yeah,
like
I'm with
terrible.
Roy. Yeah.
Worm way better than bear though.
Worm
I'm
is
with
the
you on that.
best
100%.
version of gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
Stugotz.
I don't know.
Gummy golf.
I mean, coming off today
Ooh.
right now.
and tomorrow and Sunday.